Welcome back to my channel, Just Righteous Water Flows. Y'all know what time it is. Give this video a like and a subscribe, y'all. I'm back. 2024, we coming in and wrapping it up with some positive love. I got a positive word for y'all. And it's just important that I share this with y'all because we're going to do some new things as we get into the year of 2025. And I just want to really highlight the importance of change. So, as you see in the title, we're going to get into pretty much the changes that's going on in the next years. Like, for the most part, God has a plan, and God's plan always requires us to change. If you look back in the Bible, majority of the people that God had used to set these examples has went through some type of change. And as much as we don't want to change, and we have our desires and we have our needs and our wants that pull on to our whole existence every day, what you need to do is understand the importance of prioritizing not only externally but internally, and most importantly spiritually, with your relationship with God. You see, when you choose to prioritize and allow God to be the first, what happens is God will give you the insights you need mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to be able to understand what it looks like. You see, but understanding what change looks like is not always enough. So the best thing about gaining information from this video is that you'll be able to understand after this video how, after you prioritize what you need to change, what's going to happen is you'll be able to follow up with what's coming next, which is taking action. And this is when your life begins. Trust, because once you start taking action on that changes, and you understand that God is what you need to put first, and you understand that God has a vision for you, you understand that God is going to give you insight, and the Bible teaches us that God fills us up, with the vision. He fills us up with direction. Once you get that understanding down into your mind, and you get that into your spirit, into your agenda every day, you see, now God can be able to give you purpose, more reasons why behind just following and trusting and being thankful for the fact that He actually gave us life. He gave you a life. And this is what the Bible is about. Basic instructions before leaving earth. It's important. You can't sit here and judge nobody and be upset because somebody didn't follow Christ, or get upset because somebody chose to follow Christ. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the information God and the timing that God is bringing things towards people's, path. Sometimes you might go, every day you might come across somebody trying to give you information on how to better your life, or inform you on who Christ is, or inform you on better ways to help avoid problems, right? So, see, you might not understand what it means if you've never had to deal with the issues that these people might be, trying to cover when they come to you with this information. So, change. When you change the way that you take on information that people give you. Because once you build that relationship with God, you allow people to be able to share the right things, and you'll be able to hear what it is that God is trying to convey to you within that day, or even within that moment. Sometimes we are arguing with people and we don't realize that the argument has been the same argument for weeks or months, and it's like, okay, the issue is something has not changed in the actual action, the actual situation. So once you make that change, what you do is you allow yourself to manifest the lifestyle of changing the reality that you're experiencing. There will be no more problem because you've already done literally eliminated it from the back of your subconscious mind. You've overcame the problem. It's not a problem because it's not a worry. This is why God don't want us to worry. This is why God don't want us to stress, even though it's a common factor of humanity and who we are as people. But at the same time, God always wants us to come back to Him, always come back to Christ, always have faith in Christ, to not worry, to have courage, and to also be radical about His word. You know, because when you're radical, what you do is you open the doors up for God to bring himself consistently into your life so that you can be blessed, so that, you know, that hand could come down, you know, when you start slipping and you losing faith, and God's hand can come down and you can grab it, you know, figuratively speaking, of course. I'm talking about when you didn't have a job, but, you know, you still have people around the way, you know, investing in you, you know, even if it's just buying you a slice of pizza, or, you know, giving you a swipe to get on the train, or, you know, giving you a ride or something like that. Like, this is important. There was people out here who really supported you. And you get, you know, and when you make these changes as a believer in Christ, you know, as chosen people, you will begin to attract what it is that you are. And also, you'll also attract who it is you need to help. A little bit of both. And I know this because I'm experiencing it myself, and I've seen multiple people who walk on this path experience it too. You know, and God's people trust. We see God will give you that information. He will put it right in your mind for you to be able to understand what it is that's taking place in other people's lives. That's because you gave yourself to God. So God is not allowing life to you. He's giving you the vision, the provision you need to be able to plan an agenda and do great works according to what he called you to do. Because everything outside God is of the world. And it's pretty much pointless. It leads towards, you know, confusion, delusions, you know, and it really much sits right on what the devil is about, divide and conquer. So change. Real change comes when you build your relationship with God, when you recognize and then God continues to reveal himself. You will naturally change because you will see how God is moving in life. Sometimes God moves so silent that, you know, people get frustrated and they'll fall into a trick of the enemy. That's why you must pray daily. Pray constantly, multiple times a day. You know, daily prayers all day. You know, so thanks for tuning in. Just Righteous Water Flows coming out with this word today. You know, change. Don't be afraid to make them changes for God. Don't be afraid to separate yourself from people in this world who just don't see you how God sees you. They don't want to see you for you being in a process of growth. They want to accept you for how they want to see you, as being a person who wasn't able to overcome. They don't want to believe that God is doing great things inside of you. So this is the reason why you have to let them go. And this is the reason why you have to let yourself go to change, right? Thanks for tuning in. Just Righteous Water Flows. I'm back with this positive content for y'all today, this word, and I hope that it blesses you. I hope that God continues to move in your life. It's 2025, man. It's right around the corner, and I hope that y'all continue with the love, all right? Peace, and have a blessed day. Give this video a like and subscribe. Yeah, I will follow. I will check you out. Email me. Don't be afraid. We can have a conversation, and we can go ahead and do this walk together, right? So peace. Have a great one, y'all. Bye-bye.